We all have a place in our town that we love to share. It is something unique to the landscape, a true landmark. Crooked Crab Brewery, while only 4 years old, has quickly become a classic for locals here in Odenton. This space has been created to enjoy award-winning craft beer and to spend time with your favorite people. Wander with me to Crooked Crab, a place that makes me excited to call Maryland home. Today is a great day because we are in a business in Odenton, which is where I chose to call home. And I'm with Earl Holman. He is a founder of Crooked Crab Brewery. If it wasn't me, like a 12 out of 10 on the nervous, excited scale to be here, and it was somebody that's never been through your front doors, how would you describe what Crooked Crab Brewery is?
Beer brings people together, and that's one of the things that I love about craft beer. It brings people together. So beyond the fact that we have beer here, we have food trucks here, we try to do a lot of events, we try to do a lot of things to support the community, to kind of bring people together and have fun.
I live in Odenton, and I remember when I would have to describe or tell somebody where I lived, I would have to use landmarks like it's next to Crofton, it's near the military base. But now, when I say that I live in Odenton, I would say many of those times they're like, oh, that's where Crooked Crab is. But how does that make you feel that like you have become a landmark of a town that's been here for a very long time?
You're giving me too much credit. It's humbling, it's humbling, yeah. I mean, the joke is that Odenton spelled backwards is nothing to do. And we wanted to be the something to do in Odenton. I mean, we wanted to be that. We wanted to be that space that people could come, share our beer with the world, and it's humbling.
You do have a very specific aesthetic. I imagine that's done on purpose. Can you tell me about that?
All of our can art, which you can see some of behind me, is done by Chris Bishop. It's very bright, colorful, and it kind of plays well with who we are. We make beer for a living. I mean, it's a fun job. But that also helps our cans kind of stand out on the shelf. When you see them, they really pop. And when you see it, you know that it's Crooked Crab.
So I come here and lose trivia every once in a while. So on these Wednesday night trivia nights, there's so many people in here enjoying what you've made. How does that make you feel if you just are standing back and taking a look at it?
It makes me feel good that people like coming here, that people like the atmosphere, that people like the liquid. It's fulfilling that that's what we were trying to accomplish.
Specifically for Odenton, is there another business that you have collaborated out here with? There's somebody that you've crossed paths with that you think is just absolutely crushing it, that deserves a really big high five?
Yeah, 100%. Hideaway.
Yeah.
A barbecue restaurant right down the road from us. They actually came out to our liquor board hearing before we were even open. So they've been big supporters of us from the beginning. They carry our beer on tap over there, so if you go over to Hideaway, you can try Crooked Crab beer on tap over there, which is awesome. If you like barbecue and you live in the Odenton area and you haven't been there, you're doing yourself a disservice.
So good.
Check out Hideaway for sure.
You have an entrepreneurial spirit for sure. You created something in a space that wasn't here before. So if you could give advice, if there's another Earl Holman out there that is thinking about, it doesn't have to be a brewery, just any sort of advice for somebody that is on the brink of making a big decision for their life.
Don't cut corners. Like when we first opened, we were obviously very cash strapped as a young startup. We did the floors ourselves originally. We did a lot of things we built ourselves, and those are the things that we find ourselves spending money now to replace. So I think it's just kind of doing things right the first time. If
somebody came here and they know nothing about beer, what would be like 2 or 3 things that you would tell them?
This is the perfect place to come. If you don't know anything about beer, no matter if you love beer, don't like beer, you like light beer, dark beer, sour beer, fruity beer, you're a wine drinker, coffee drinker, whatever, we're gonna have something. I believe that there is a beer for everyone. So it's our job, it's our bar staff's job to find what that beer is.
So I'm not a Cicero, but I would love to taste some beer.
Let's do it.
Okay, so we are here with a flight of beer that look all the same, but I imagine they're gonna be wildly different. And we're doing a tasting. And Earl, thank God you're here to walk me through what we're about to do.
I'm here for you. So I'm gonna start from lighter to more extreme. So this is Uno Mas. This is one of our popular light beers that we usually release spring, summertime. Yeah, this is a good pool beer, lawnmower beer, beach beer, golf beer for me.
Cheers.
So that's very light. It's very easy.
Yeah.
We always try to keep at least one light beer on tap all the time. Next is our Haze for Days.
Haze for Days.
This is our flagship. We have this on tap all the time. It's completely unfiltered. As you can see, it's hazy in appearance, and it's gonna finish a little dry. So this one's gonna be just kind of nice, fruity, happy.
All right, cheers.
Cheers. You get a little bit of grapefruit, maybe pineapple, a little bit of bitterness to it. Obviously more than the lager we just had. So the next beer that we're trying is a double IPA.
Oh.
This one's called Dank Ferric. It's a New England style double IPA. It's gonna be a little bit sweeter. It's also gonna be a little bit fruitier as well.
Okay.
A little bit less bitterness.
Maybe I do like IPAs.
A lot of people that say that they don't like IPAs tend to equate that with bitterness, but not all IPAs are bitter. So last but not least, this is one of our sours, Triple Key Lime Pie Punchline. This one was brewed with key lime and vanilla and a little bit of pie spice. So
when you say it was brewed with those things, what does that even mean? You don't just like dump key lime pies into
puree, yeah.
You do?
Right into the tank. So.
Well, that's fun. I love a sour so much. Well, Earl, thank you very much for creating the space, for making me really excited to tell people that I live in Odenton. Thank you for sharing your beer, and cheers.
Cheers.
My business allows me the opportunity to help amazing people explore our state and find not just their home, but their community. Maryland is the best place to call home, but don't take my word for it. Let me introduce you to a few of my favorite Marylanders.
The moment we found our home, I remember Nina saying, look at this, we can definitely change this, and I think your bed would fit in here. And we started walking around the room and measuring it. And Danny said, I think this is it. And I was like, why don't we sleep on it? And I remember Danny being like, no, Nina, this is it. So it was definitely a mutual understanding.
The most memorable part of the home buying process was the fun of going into each space and kind of exploring, like, this could be our kitchen, or this could be our living room, or this is what we could do with this room, and this is how we get to make it our home. We met Nina through a mutual friend of ours who had worked with Nina before, and we're just exploring the process of buying a home and looking through the area. And the whole time we felt really secure, really comfortable working with Nina because she listened to what we wanted to find out. She made it a lot of fun, and we weren't really anxious or nervous about it. We were having a good old time.
She wasn't afraid to tell me what I didn't want to hear if it was something that we needed. Like if there was something with the house that she thought, you know, this might not be it. I trusted her. When you hire Nina as your realtor, you're gonna get your dream house, you're gonna get someone that listens to you, and you're gonna get someone that advocates for you.